Hello and welcome back. This is Railway Empire and we are down under, mate. Alright, so the situation is we've crept up the east coast. We've got some targets all done there. We're going to establish the town of Armadale and get it going, which means we've got to supply some things to it and we've got to deliver 40 gold to Sydney. So what I've done is I've set up this this system here where we've actually got gold on going to Sydney already. So that'll be all good. I think we do anyway. So Sydney to so we've got a couple of warehouse trains there, 1, 2. So they will deliver, but we'll get another one going now. So that won't be long before it's done. But my immediate concern is the fact I've bought this log place, and we need to do a couple of things. I've got a lumber place set up in this city because it didn't have an industry, and I had a bonus for it. So we've got that pretty nicely stocked. So that's going to be something that we're going to ship hopefully north and south to this transshipment idea that I've got going on here. So we've got this this will be expanded to take more goods, and we can get the wine from my other place here. It's here. It's can expand it when we need to. Get the wine, which we brought here, then transship it down to this warehouse, and then up the coast. The wood can go the other way basically, or at least as far as these 3 towns here or 4 towns here. We don't have any space in this warehouse to take care of it, but we can work on that. We've got some other goods and stuff we can base a warehouse out of. Not least here the carrot, which is what we need for the yeast to make another goods. Anyways, Armadale awaits. We've got to get to Port Macquarie before we have any chance of getting to our founding Armadale. So let's do that. It should be fairly straightforward. The land's pretty flat around here. So let's grab it and go, as they say. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to curve around here. Here we are. So it's not a straight shoot, but good enough. Just a nice flat gradient. Lovely job. Right, okay. There we go. Okay, so we've got that sorted. That's sorted. Alright, so the town we're being asked to settle is here. For reasons of gold, but there's a couple of other things we ignite, so we'll do that as well. Okay, so we can make beer, or we can make a brand of beer anyway with that sugar cane, so that's good. Alright, so we've got Newcastle done, so let's run a Sydney to Newcastle train. Just an exclusive train there for you guys. Wait on that one. We've got the usual upgrading to do as well. We've got a lot of stuff going on here. So we've got 2 mailbags, and we've got maintenance. Yeah, let's get the maintenance down. So that's good. We've got all these lovely things to come. I've just seen we need to remodulate the signals here, because they're a little bit out since I put the junction in, so that's good. So that's about as long as a train is, so as soon as it clears that signal we can have another train coming in. Just about get away with that. 2's good enough for Sydney on the up run, if you like, towards the north run. So that's good. You're making money, you're doing 30 miles an hour, that's okay, I suppose. We better have another one that goes from here. Maybe we should just have one that goes from there to there. I think so. Let's give that a boost. So need it. It's just 6%. here, so that's good. Lots of freight coming up and down, that's good. So again, my lumber business is doing quite well. I just need to make sure I've got the warehouse down south upgraded. It's a long way, but Australia is a big country. And I've sort of gone down the route where basically I don't have that many settlements settled. I could settle 2 more places, but it's money and resources to get them set up. And I mean, yes, you can set some up here, and it can be quite cheap because everything's there. But at the same time, I can do that later on and then have everything explode if I want to. Right now, we need to get to Port Macquarie, and we need to do quite a lot of stuff here. So I'm going to focus on this, and then go from there. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a warehouse with space for the main line to Port Macquarie, which means doing this. So I have a warehouse there. Let's have it outwardly expanding to go back. Should we have it outwardly expanding or inwardly expanding? Doesn't really matter. We'll have it as close to Port Macquarie as we can. Okay, so the plan is we're going to have to supply the settlement with beer, wheat, which is up here incidentally, because there's a boundary here, so we can't actually get to that wheat. But we've got the wood, and we've got the beer. We just need to supply the wheat in Port Macquarie, and then what we need to do is get the shrimp and the lumber, or all the logs, which we have. We have it all. It's just we need to put it together now, so it's all one nice harmonious system. So connections will be straight to Port Macquarie when we've got the money. Let's speed up a bit, but we'll also have the meat coming down to feed Sydney, get Sydney growing. Okay, so that's fine. Let's set this warehouse up so we've got plenty of stuff. Logs, please, and the wheat we don't need to take care of, and the other stuff we don't need to take care of either. So I'm just going to leave that there like that for now. Could transship the wine, I guess. I'll put the wine in there. That's a long way to go, and we're missing out 2 towns already, so probably not, but it's not permanent. I'm just putting it out there at the moment because it's there, kind of thing. So, okay, fine. Try to avoid the older, you know what's. Okay, so it's not bad. That'll do. That's all right. So plumb that in a moment. Plumb it all in, and we'll be as good as gold, fine and dandy.
Yet another gold deposit?
Yes.
This time it's located a little further inland. Fortunately, you have the suitable means of transport at your disposal.
I do indeed. You won't let me do that? Oh, I see why. There we go. Right, okay. Alright, so we're good. We've got that sorted out, Bruce. There we go. And again. And again. And again. So there we go. Right now. Okay. So, a little link to Sydney needs to be here. Which means we're going to have to upgrade this area. So, okay, that's that one. That will do for now. And then what we'll have here is a turn triangle here. That'll do, actually. That's fine. That's good. And there'll be a turnout just where these signals are to go up to the meet eventually. But that will have to wait until later on when we've got the money. So yes, indeed. Yeah, so it'll be something like this, basically. When we're going up. Whee! Huh. Yeah, well, it won't be perfect, but that's not a priority anyway. So, priority is we need to get logs and stuff to that. So, we've got wheat, shrimp, which we've now got available there. Logs, which we need to make available. So, let's get that going straight away. There we go. Okay, we will do the just the older, the good old Dragoon will do just fine. Okay, now. The output of this place is going to be under question soon, because we're going to need at least another train, probably. There we go. Let's do another train right away. And what we can do is we can have just a nice little cut-off loop right here. A nice little extendo there, Bruce. There we go. Okay, so that's fine. We can now also run a train for the logs into Sydney exclusively, which will be nice. There we go. Not many, because we're bottoming out of production, so we need to extend this place. Maybe, do we? I think we do. 2.7 a month is not going to cut it. But yeah, we're tight on the old cash. That's the problem there, Bruce. You know, it's tight at the top. So it's tight at the top. It's tight at the top. And we've still got things we need to improve with this line here, because we've got single line sections where it's expensive to cut through, which it is. It does raise the cost, and again here as well. So we've got a couple of single sections there. I'm disappointed in you, Rogers. I thought you could Rogers better than that. If I'm stressed about money, this is what I like to do. Remind myself one of the reasons why I got the game in the first place. There we go. Nice. Woo! Woo! It's very pretty. Very, very pretty. Must admit, I'm getting into Red Dead 2, and I was like, yeah, you guys need a bit more now with the topography. It's better than it was. Like, we don't have gardens spilling down a ravine, but it's, yeah, bring it up another level, guys. We got graphics cards, we can take care of it. But yeah, it's all going swimmingly. Okay, right, we can advance again. So we might as well just try. We've got to get this going here. Okay, so we've got to have a line down to Port Macquarie for the for the shiznit that's the agenda of the day, which is going to be the wheat supply to get the beer supply to go back up towards Arndale. So we got to put a station about there, I guess. Okay, so we got a nice little space to conjoin and do all that complicated stuff when we're ready. For now, let's bring that down a step. And we've got a nice causeway stroke cutting main line all the way up to Port Macquarie, mate, or however you say it. I've never been there, so I don't pretend to say it correctly. So my apologies to you Port Macquarians if I'm misrepresenting how it's spelt or said or whatever. Alright, anyways, so we've got that. We'll have trains run through Macquarie, just for now, because that'll take care of our need also to feed Macquarie logs and stuff, so that it can expand its own factory industry. You really want to flog your ancient thing at me as if I'm going to waste my innovation points and just sort of like, you know, well, just waste my time basically, which I'm not going to do. Sorry. What we've got here? Oh, well, you're not liked. Oh, hi, hello. Yeah, I think I'd be a good fit, even though you've got someone that's already a good fit. I'm actually worse. Yeah, well, that's the crunch you take. Thankfully, we have goggle eyes, so we can tell when you're not going to be good. We can be polite about it and just press a button. What a wonderful future we have in store for us. Never mind. Okay. Joint supply tower there for a bit of money saving. Okay, so we've got that and wine, which we don't have to have, but I'm not going to get the lumber embroiled in the wood.
Much of the gold ends up in the United Kingdom, but naturally the importance of the
Not for long,
Australian
it doesn't.
colonies grows with every shipped ounce.
You clearly haven't met a Mr. Gordon Brown, mate. But anyways, all the same, it was probably worth it at the time. For somebody, at least. Okay, so, let's see now. Alright, so we gingerly tread up the mountain here. This is always quite a good challenge. I like this kind of thing. Contours would help a lot here, but I'm not going to use them because I just want to take up video time. No, I'm not going to use them because I just want to get good, Bruce. Now, I'll try going up this way. Try going up this way because this way is a bit more amiable, shall we say. That's not bad. Not bad at all there, Bruce. Alright, so a triangle will be made here for the wheat, because we need wheat delivered directly, but we also need the wheat delivered to Macquarie to get the beer done. Now, it's a damn shame I can't buy it, because if I could, then I would. So, we got 5 years, so I'm gonna just be cheeky a little bit, just buy it if I can. Got some innovation points ready to go, so let's get some stuff done. There we go. Nothing much useful, so we'll use the innovation points to progress if you like. How much do you want for your beer now, sir? A measly that. Right, okay, well there we go. Right, let's fast forward time because we really need this to happen quite soon. Still trying to flog a dead horse. Okay, fine. You carry on, mate. We've got a nice safe room reception if you need to stay the night. Right, I'm just going to let this roll for a minute. I'm just going to do a beer stop. Let's have a Port Macquarie to Newcastle to Sydney stopper rolling whilst we're doing that because, yeah, be rude not to. Right, just get a beer, we'll be right back. Okay, anyway. Oh no, they've broken down. Right, okay, so this one will improve a little bit. And that one. So I prefer doing that to the other thing. Right, we've got 15, we need 15 of each, so we can do that, we can do that. We've got wheat and beer. Let's go for it. We need to get this done. Small train station, let's get it laid out, ready. Now this, yeah, we'll do the line first. Can we refine it just a little bit? We're going to have a triangle here, so we can't go too deep. Nice. That's actually acceptable. Not acceptable. There we go. Lovely job. That's a pretty nice job there, Bruce. Yeah. Most amenable. A nice straight shoot up the mountain for me boys and gals. How'd you say to someone, take a hint? Yes, I'd love $250,000. Thank you very much. That's just what I wanted. Look out for the professors, because they are the shiznit of the game-changing empire right when you need it. Or you're about to fail a task and you haven't noticed. Yeah, that's happened more than once. So don't be surprised if it happens to you. How are we doing, by the way? We're doing the Armidale thing. We've got 5 years, or we've got 4 years, 4 or 5 years, whatever, to get those 60 commodities up there. That's a case of money. It's probably going to be about $1 million, basically, on the basis that the last one was $500,000. Town of Orange, I don't know where that is, and an annual profit of that from freight. Well, you know what? We're nearly there, mate. We're going to nail that. That's something we are going to nail. We're going to absolutely destroy it. Okay, so the triangle for the sugar is going to come up here a little bit, and then we're going to sweep over. The reason why we're doing that is what I like to call a lambda approach to a triangular junction. We're giving ourselves more headway away from where the station will be for Armidale, so that when we run the triangular service, we don't have short sections between the junctions and the station, because if we do that, we've got lots and lots of traffic management to worry about. The trains just don't like, they need to be in their own sections, so you need sections of signals a train length long. So your triangle needs to be at least one train length across each side, otherwise you're going to run into problems. And the other thing, of course, is that the end of this triangle to the beginning of the station also needs to really be one train length wide. So that's why we're going to do it like that. So if we sweep off here, for example, we'll come off with a nice tight triangle, and about there, and we'll set our station back a bit. So we've got one train length from about there to about there. So it's my target to basically bring the triangle up from about here. That might be a bit tight, because of course this needs to be one train length, but we'll see how we go. Let's bring it back just a little bit more. It's a bit like Tiger Woods. Bring it back. Always bring it back. Always bring the shot back. That's what someone very dear to me showed me once. Bring it back. Sing it back. Do whatever else you want in the back. The backside. Okay. The backside of Australia, mate. That's what we got here. Okay, so more beer. Good. Cheers. It's not Australian, but then the stuff they do ship from Australia is generally a bad joke. But that's not Australia's fault. That's just mainstream consumerism, Bruce. Okay? That's mainstream consumerism is what that is. Not healthy for anyone. Anyways, let's act like we've got money even though we don't, and put some signalling in. There we go. Ooh, it's a bit of a miss key. There we are. So we've got this nice up the mountain. Oh, that's going to be a nice little ride. Woo! Come on, let's not waste money time. Oh, that's so beautifully engineered there. Yeah, that's it. I look at other playthroughs I do, and I know that there's other people that have completed this already, even though it's only been out a few days, and good on you. I've seen a couple of playthroughs, parts of, between now and the last video, and yeah, it's a pleasure to be doing things very differently to you. I don't believe I'm doing the best in the way of profit. I really don't, but I'm doing okay. We will get there, just in our own way. Okay, right. That's all right, Bruce. We don't need. Right, so this has got to be a fairly major fruit loop, a freight line, as it were. So we're going to get up there. We're going to get up there. We're going to get it there, and another one there. So the triangle to supply this place is going to look something like this. So you can see there I've got my one train length just about in there. I can bring it up a bit to extend it, which is quite nice. Given that we've got empty returns, so the light engine only return, then that'll be okay too. So let's get a move on. Come on, let's get the money in. Where's the money? Come on. Show me the money. We need to get everything going here. Right, okay. Let's build up the booze, because we need the booze build up. Come on. We need the triangle done, because we also need a lot of things, is what we need, Bruce. Right. There we go. Lovely job. Okay, wonderful. Now, Port Macquarie needs a feed. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to feed it, but we also need to get this train station going. Right, I'm gonna just put in a nice biggie for us, because at the end of the day we don't need anything less than that. I'm just looking at the topography. It'd be nice if we could come across, but that's going to be a bit awkward unless we put it about there. So I'm going to just hedge my bets. We've got difficult terrain ahead there, Bruce. We've got to go straight into the gradients, but we came in on the gradients, so I guess that's fine. Right, let's bring it in on the main connections. These peripheral connections, they've got to actively wait for other trains to negotiate the signaled area, which is why if you use these two connections, you can see this is a bit of a bottleneck. But of course, upgrading that does take that out of it. Right, short train section there because we have empties running back only. We're going to eliminate that one because it's fulls. I'm going to reshape this one. It's all little bits, but it will come good. Okay, that's pretty good, Bruce. We're now ready to almost run the trains. Okay, so let's run the trains when we've got the money. Come on, let's go. Come on, this lack of money is... But there's pain in every gain there, Bruce. Right, okay. Now you can run. You can run with the dragon. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll say to you, you only need 4. Reason being is because we need the capacity for this place. I should have done that before placing the train, but you know what I mean. You can do it better than I can. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you can do it better than I can. So that's all good. Right, okay, we need something good to climb this mountain. We need something good, Bruce. Which means we've got to spend a lot of money because it's 137. Really, that's got to be it. When selling, use locomotives, but we really want this chap here because he's good value. There we go. Yeah, he's pretty good value, and we can add him now. Okay, so 85 grand. That's really good. We'll have you on. Okay, good. How are we doing, farm? Okay, farm's got plenty of capacity, so that's nice. Okay, so let's put the first service tower in, and let's put the second service tower in. Let's literally put it in there, because they're going to have to slow down slightly to negotiate that awkward curve. So that's fine doing that. When it comes to return traffic, we will have some special approaches here where we've got for single engines, light engines as we call them in the UK railway trade, or whatever you want to call them, spotting trade. So we've got that one. We now need one from the warehouse, because we need to get the other two, of course, going. 85 grand, please, for the good old consolidation. There we go, and getting there. Lovely job. There we go. Yeah, let's put a conductor on board. Good old hobos, they need a ticket. Although I would just love it if all trains were just open air carriages. I would just love it. They could do it, they just won't. They want us confined in a box, people. Okay, whatever you do, no matter how much money you make, just make sure you don't live your life confined in a box, in your mind, physically, because all around us there's signals that the powers that be want us all in little rabbit hutch boxes, generating something meaningless to us, but equally meaningless to them. Alright, so we've got everything we need, okay? But I am going to run a second train fairly sharp-ish from this place, because we need it to run fairly sharpish. And we'll also need a brewing train from here exclusively to Armadale, because that's very important as well, which we will do when we've got the money. There we go. Bang. We won't need to put any of that on you guys, but I'll just automatically assign it. There we go. Okay, so that's cool. That's all good. We've got that nailed. So yeah, 8.7. So we own this place. That's good. Good for us. Good money. Okay, now, whilst that's all going on, we've got everything pretty much we need. We could maybe do with a couple of repair depots, which I'll put in here, and also Port Macquarie can be a general repair depot place, because we're going to turn our attention back to the south again and get the transshipment going now that we've got this going. Okay, so we've got you. Okay, do we have a Port Macquarie? Oh, I didn't set that up. Okay, so we need one to you, and then I'm going to go back again, and then Newcastle. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to make sure they don't return with stuff that isn't really for them. So you can, we will do that eventually. So I'm gonna just block that for now. We'll have to unblock it later. I need the beer flowing up there, obviously. And in terms of Newcastle, well, you can have anything you like, but we will have only freight. There we go, and you will be. No thanks, mate. You're all good. I'm okay with that. You will be a 34, 35, 6. It's a lot more money for just 1 more mile an hour. And considering we've got the staff to make up, we can have that done. So that's all good. So you, sir, can carry on running to your heart's content. We need a supply tower, which we'll put here. We've got one already for these 2 routes. We've got one here, so there's no need for a supply tower anywhere else there. And let's run a general to Sydney, and they can catch the fast train from there to wherever they want to go down south. Right, we've done that. Let's get a move on here and upgrade this warehouse. Okay, so we've done that. So that's cool. So now what I'm going to do with this warehouse is I'm going to get it ready for transshipping, which means basically long distance freight runs. Okay, it should be pretty obvious what I'm going to do here. So from my business up north, I'm going to need the wood, planks, and from my business down here, I'm going to need the wine. Okay, anything else? Well, we don't really produce anything else apart from the chemicals. Okay, so at this point, the only thing I'm also inclined to include is the meat, which for Sydney would be good, but Sydney will be just as nicely presented, having its own demand fulfilled by these other places. So I'm just going to leave that for now. Okay, what I am now going to do is I'm going to ramp up severely the traffic that we have going on in this this area. So we're gonna go to Baldwin's, which are awesome. Or should we go with the yeah? We'll go with Baldwin's. Yep, let's go with the Baldwin because the other trains they're okay, but that's fine. Okay, and I'm also going to do a link for our long-suffering friends in Valhalla because they're going to have a lot of trains coming through there soon. Okay, so that's quite nice. We've got 3 connections there into the warehouse, so it's a very busy time. Okay, so we're going to do that. And we're going to do that. So that's all good. Okay, so we've got that sorted. We have a supply tower there, which we will use. Well, we're glad we've got, but we'll also put one in here as well. Now, wine needs to come from here, where we have 50 of it, to down here. And ideally, we would like something to come back, but there really isn't very much we can do at this stage, unless we change one thing here for another, and we can't do that. So I'm a bit stuck with that. That's okay. We'll sort that out at some point. We will have to go with a Baldwin. No, thank you. I'm not interested. There we go. There's the Baldwin. So the Baldwin's coming now with all of that. What do we else have here? We've got Valhalla to Melbourne is one of those. I think we should make it one of the Rogers. There we go. Because they're nice and cheap and they're very, very fast. Okay, so we've got that sorted. We also need to upgrade the... Did we signal that away? Yes, we did. Okay, that's cool. We will also have... Oh, sorry. We must make sure that we're only carrying that. We don't need that. Shall we take the beer? I suppose so. No, we won't take the beer because we'll do that from secondary pickups. We will not take the lumber, we will not take the shrimp, and we will not take the that stuff either. We will only take that. And we will do another one. Okay, we'll do 2 because eventually we're going to upgrade Swan Hill so that it has more coming out of it. Okay, anyways, we've got that sorted. Let's do some research and get this cleared. There we go. And that one, because that will come in handy. Tunnels. Okay, so now we got all that sorted out. That's good. Never have enough of those. How are we doing for wheat here? Are we done for wheat? We are done for wheat. So the dragon can be removed. And we're now just running 3 or 4 trains, 2 trains into there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do another one and another one on top of that. Okay, we want lots of trains coming into Port Macquarie, which is also going to have a depot. There we go, and we're sorted. Okay, are there any trains coming up? We've got 1 there. Ooh.
You do realise who's making the most money on this gold rush, don't you?
Yep, me.
Well, then take a look at your balance sheet.
Yep, indeed. Right. What about you guys? So there's 2. 1, 2. Okay. 2 of you guys. Okay, so it's 1856. We're missing the shrimp. And why are we missing the shrimp, Shrimply Pibbles? Do we need to run a shrimp special? Maybe. Yeah. A shrimp special will be run. There we are. In comes the first beer train. This is light engine back to the warehouse. Very pleased with this. I'm very pleased with this this lovely little route we've got going on here. There's another train behind us coming down the mountain. Lovely. So I'd love to just cut that out. I could, you know. With the money we've got. Yeah, we could. I mean, it's possible, but it's also going to bankrupt me, so we won't. We will need to upgrade this station though, as a matter of course, which we will do, and we will need to upgrade Sydney as a matter of course, because Sydney also will be very, very important. We also need to upgrade this place as a matter of course, but anyways, there we go. So, yes, anyways, so transshipment is still the issue, so we should have, therefore, cargo coming back. It's just a case of Walhalla to this place now. Freight only, thank you. Baldwin is the only thing that's really going to do at this weight level. It's a fairly flat circuit, so we don't need to spend the extra money doing stuff like that. So I'm going to put some Baldwins in there. That's going to be something that we're going to get rid of immediately, this thing here. If you're complaining, then you can leave, because at the end of the day, I've suffered the tortures of the damned. Ew! Right, not you. We don't want that project anymore. We need to now get real with our... And this one will be eliminated too. Because we don't need a single line on a long journey like this anymore. We're good to go now. There we go. So that's all good. Might put an additional tower in. There we go. Just so we've got plenty there. Okay, so we've got Wollongong to warehouse. So we'll do another Wollongong to warehouse. Auctions don't seem to matter. Everyone wants to sell me the same out-of-date path, basically. Right. Anyway, let's get Sydney growing as best we can. You know you are. Love you lots. Love you lots, darling. Don't get to see you anymore. But love you lots. Anyways, that's that. Oh, expensive. Oh, we are expensive. Right, we've got to get this sorted out. Come on. We need more shrimply pebbles. Fine, whatever. That's all good. Beer wise, yeah, we're good. Okay, so that's fine. So we've got those there. More shrimp arriving. So Armadale East Junction. I guess we'll have to call this Armadale Central Junction, even though technically speaking we don't need it anymore. Down comes a train for the other one. We're not far off doing this, guys. So it's 1856, so we need to get this done soon. But we will have it done soon, and then we've got New South Wales Central and Orange. So New South Wales Central will be this area. So 1.3. Bit more than I was hoping, but that's okay. So that's fine. Okay, and we're about to complete this, I believe. So we need just one more shrimp, which I'm sure is coming. Let's get rid of that train. We don't need it. Down comes the... and here we've got the train to Armadale, which is going to bring us all the shrimp we need. We might as well ride it. We might as well not, actually, because there's more to do, actually. We need to do this. Bada bing, bada bong, bada meh. For you cow lovers out there. No, I'm not talking about the neglectors. The ones that let the cows roam all over the road, honestly. How irresponsible of you. Of course. That's just unlearned thinking. It's gonna be this little chap with some power. Power to the cook. There we go. We're done. No, we're done. Right, Armadale. Right, where are you? You're coming up the mountain. I know you are. There you are. Don't need you anymore, clearly. Because you're just burning up the calories like you're on some sort of welfare scheme or something. Yes. What we've got going on here? We will now dispense with quite a few trains that we've just hired for that, because they're there just purely because we need them to be there. Okay, so this is going to be a green tick, I'm pretty sure, but that's all good. Watch it as it struggles up the hill here. Enjoy. Anyway, that's probably good for another video. Oh man, I love this little section of line. A bit awkward because they're struggling to get up there, but they'll get up there. All that seafood. There we go. And then as soon as they rise up to here, they're done. Beautiful. See, it does look good. They just need to sort this out. That is just, it's a bit lazy. You're kind of relying on people that can't afford a train set, can't afford the rail simulator, and can't be bothered to drive a train. Really, you're preying on those people. You're unticking boxes and ticking far too many in the name of blatant business discrimination. Yeah, what I don't know, I'm just a socialist, apparently. Anyway, there we are. So it looks like we need to get the oil out here. We've got a signal permanently in the off state, as we call it, which we don't need. It's a very pleasing journey as we wander in now with our... Ooh, no, I'm not in the sugarcane business. You can fuck off. Let's expand the businesses that we do have, and that will be probably the subject of another video, because we've still got a lot of work to do here. We've got the yeast coming in, which I kind of regret doing now because we don't really need it. and it's going to cost me that much to get rid of it. So what I'm thinking is maybe I should do an Allen chopping, and let's do that. Let's get rid of Allen chopping, and what we're going to do now, instead of having a station there, let's make a warehouse there so that we've got goods stored, because no doubt we're going to be expanding. Okay, so the idea of this is we're going to have the trains returning that yeast. I don't want to dump it for 250,000. That's a sacrilege on something that helps make beer, after all. We will, however, be demolishing a substantial amount of our route. We'll be demolishing, basically, I don't care, I mean, just all of this, because it's obsolete. All obsolete. And we're going to come straight in. 2%, that's good. Straight in here. The one before the last one, very good. And then we can run another one around here. So this is going to take care of a couple of things. It's going to take care of our yeast. When that's depleted, we can start running planks and whatever else up. So the trains don't return empty with nothing, because they need to not do that. God, this is a busy place. I remember why it's busy, because we've got this awful little buggy bump here that it should not have allowed me to do. I mean, it's a bit unfortunate with the warehouse place like it is, but I was very wet behind the ears when I did that warehouse placing in terms of the scenario. I just went in quite brazenly, but I'm pleased about that. I don't want this. This is not a perfect playthrough. It's not meant to be a perfect playthrough. It's just me having some fun with some good old trains, and that's basically it. Really. So that will be it. I'm going to remove that tower because it does us no good in terms of our freight throughput, really, because we've got one there now. Now, what we need to do here then is we need to do the logs, and we need the yeast to be taken away now by these guys here. So, just to review, we need the good old, let's get the okay, so you will take stuff away, that's fine. Goody gumdrops, let's take that away. Let's give you a better loco. There we go. So here's what we've just done. We've just, yeah. So yeah, we're going to make this into a fairly major line eventually, I have a feeling, because we can go up to Albury, but we can't go up to Albury yet. So what we'll do is we'll just leave that till next time. We've got the settlement done, which we do, so that's fine. We need to gain access to that. Now, I'm pretty sure, just as a little caveat, that we had to connect 3 gold businesses to our network. So that's exactly what I'm going to do by doing this. Just connected. It's just connected. It's not really going to do anything, it just is, okay? Whereas these guys are going to do something. It is a shame that we can't, bring it all down there, blah, 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 but that's okay. Now what we need to do is we need to save the money for okay, let's do that because we're saving money. And we'll do that because it gets us further into the tree. So, we've got that. So for the next video, we need to get access, and we need to do it soon. 1.3 million is what we need for that, and establish the town of Orange. Which is going to be a bummer, really. So we've got a surveyor that's tunnel related, and we've got this guy which is new route related. I'm going to stick with the tunnels, because that is going to become, again, a major part of what we're going to do next. So that's where we're at. Okay, I'm just going to quit the video now, just in case I screw something up. Thanks for joining me again for next time, and yeah, we're gonna murder these little koala bears. Yeah, no problem at all, Bruce. Stay tuned. All right, stay safe as well. Cheers. Bye.